Benjavites. This how we do it. Dream team. Champagne every day. Thank God now I'm seeing better days. Party in the hills, we gon' celebrate. Shut it down Saturday to Saturday. Dream team. Champagne every day. Champagne every day. Champagne every
Everybody
day,
rise and face Jerusalem.
every day.
Turn the music off. Men of Israel, blow trumpets. Trumpets down.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank Thee, Father, for allowing us to come together in the spirit of unity, in the spirit of togetherness, Father, to serve Thee and give ever praise to You and Thy Son, Jesus the Christ. Heavenly Father, we continue to ask, Father, that You continue to watch over us, Father. Continue to send Your angels down to monitor our steps, Father. Convict our minds whenever we stray away, and also to lift our spirits up whenever we going through the battle. And keep us firm in Thy laws, statutes, and commandments, and having faith in Thy Son, Father. Heavenly Father, we also ask, Father, that you bless the mind of the teachings today that we receive on this holy Sabbath, Father, so that it could build our spirits, improve our spirits, and make us better in Thy sight, Father. Heavenly Father, we also ask, Father, that You continue to forgive us for our sins, Father, both knowingly and unknowingly, Father. Purge us with hyssop so that we can be clean. Wash us so that we may be whiter than snow. Make us to hear the joy and the gladness which the bones that Thou hast broken may rejoice, Father. Heavenly Father, we continue to ask, Father, that You continue to deal with us, continue to build us up, Father, and so that we can make Lord's will, make it to Thy kingdom, Father. And Heavenly Father, we also bless those that are teaching across the whole world, Father, that You also bring in the lost sheep, Father, so that we can also bring forth Thy vengeance that is worthy against our enemies. Heavenly Father, we end this prayer by saying, Father, Heavenly Father, You are the creator of the whole world, Father, from the heaven and earth to the stars and universe. And there's no other God, deity, or thing out there that can match, let alone surpass Thy power, Father, for You are the creator, the Holy One, the omnipotent power, the Ancient of Days, and the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And through Thy Son, Jesus the Christ, Thou sayest, Amen.
Men of Israel, sons of God, patience, saints, sons of God, hand salute.
Most High Christ bless.
Salute, down, face the sisters. To the beautiful and honorable daughter Sarah, we say shalom. Most High Christ bless. All right. We back, y'all. We back in the okie doke. Hold on, let me log in and see if there's anybody I need to block real quick. Let's make sure. Which page we on? I don't see it. Oh, there we go. Okay. All praises. All right, so first and foremost, let's give all honor to the Most High God, Yahweh, the water, Yahweh, the water for another beautiful, beautiful Sabbath day. All praises be to the Father. Oh, I got my sound up. I'm doing the Yahweh Sop right now, easy. Doing the Yahweh Sop. Huh? You're normally the one to do that. Brothers, how y'all doing? Sisters, y'all good? Okay, they changed their tune a little bit.
Just a little bit.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Listen, hey, make sure we're keeping the leadership in our prayers. Okay, we're still in troubled times right now, y'all. So continue to fast. Pray for the leadership. Pray for everybody that puts their brick in. All those that believe, we need to send prayers up to the Father that He shows mercy, He shows grace, and that we continue in this thing, in this truth. Y'all understand? Yes, all right, all praises. So, today's topic, you ready, Pallu? Because this is always needed in Israel. Always needed. Happily ever after. Happily ever after. Single brothers, raise your hand. What you think we're going into today? Happily ever after. We'll go single brother right there. What's up, bro? What's your name?
Soldier Jeru.
Soldier. What's happening? What's today's class about?
Going into marriage.
We can't get enough of marriage, man.
Yes, sir.
Why? 'Cause y'all crazy. We crazy, damn it. We can't get enough of these classes. Hey, all praise to the Most High God. This class is actually a follow-up class to Deacon Yahshua's class he did. I believe it was last week. It was entitled "Finding Your Ideal Spouse: A Guide to Godlike Proving." Okay, so if you have not watched it, which all of you should have seen it by now, if not, go back and watch it. It is definitely needed. Matter of fact, let's get an excerpt real quick.
Ideally, it should be the first, right? A man and a woman, when they come together, ideally, it should be the first time. And as we raise our kids in this truth, that's how it's going to be. That's how it has been for some of that first generation that's been raised in this truth. So we're breaking that cycle. But for people coming in, we got to have a stronger mindset that we don't let these things that are deeply planted in our psyche manifest themselves here and let it be a masquerade. Because, all right, well, I am going to do it under marriage, but then you don't take the right proving steps. So then the marriage winds up with all types of issues, right? Go ahead.
All types of issues. That's it. Listen to me, y'all. It is of the utmost importance that the beginning stages of marriage, which is proving, when you find a sister or brother you're interested in, that you take the proper steps in the beginning, because it is going to affect the lifespan of your marriage. Real quick, give me Sirach 40. Excellent class, Deacon Yahshua. Make sure y'all go check that out if you have not seen it already and you live under a rock. All right. Sirach chapter 40. I want verse 23. Who's reading for me today? Where you at? Zakai, what's happening, bro?
Hey, shalom,
You back live, man. That's why you getting some airtime, bro.
Hey, all praises.
Go ahead. Sirach 40 and 23. Don't mess up. No pressure.
Yes, sir. The book of Sirach, chapter 40 and verse 23.
Read.
A friend and a companion never meet amiss.
A friend and a companion. What is a friend and a companion? A friend and a companion. Officer Yaakov.
Friend and a companion is a true brother.
A true brother, a friend in this truth, somebody that's in this fight with you, right?
Yes, sir.
There's no coincidence, y'all. We didn't just meet just because. Everything is of the Lord. A lot of times, like I said, I remember I was speaking with Aithan, I was speaking with the bishops, and I told them, man, I feel like, listen, this ain't the first time we done did this, y'all. This ain't our first go around. And that's how I feel about all y'all. It's not a coincidence that we are walking this path together right now. So embrace it. Make sure we treat each other with respect. Make sure that we deal with one another appropriately, because a friend and a companion never meet amiss. Read.
A friend and a companion never meet amiss.
Read.
But above both.
But above both
is a wife with her husband.
Wait a minute. Above a friend and a companion is a wife and her husband. Now, I know this is why we got to go through it, because Some of y'all don't necessarily feel like that. Some of y'all feel closer to brothers than you do your own spouse. What's wrong with you? A friend and companion never meet a miss, but guess what? Above a friend and a companion is a wife and her husband. That's the closest person to you. More than likely, they're going to be the one you're going to be the most vulnerable with. They're going to know the most about you. They're going to know your habits. They're going to see your good side, and they're going to see your bad side. See, we can portray, a certain personality or persona, when we're out and about, after you get dressed, you leave the house and everything. But you can only do that for so long. Your wife sees you all the time. She sees all your flaws, all your hang-ups, all your misfortunes, everything that y'all go through. She's there. A lot of times she's the first one to experience your outlash. She's the one that you take it out on, and vice versa. Read it again.
Verse 23.
Pallu, you ain't take nothing out on nobody, right?
You see that chocolate bar, them draws too.
This ain't fix your face, Pallu. Right. Dial it back. The hell? And she see your nasty ass draws. Fix your face. You right. You absolutely right. A friend and a companion never meet a miss, but above both is a wife with her husband. Now watch this. Understanding that above a friend and a companion is a wife. Not that the relationship is the same. I don't want y'all to get this twisted, because there's been, like, folks come with this notion that, okay, that means your wife is going to be like one of the fellas, one of the brothers. And that ain't the case. It's a different relationship. And that relationship is above a friendship with the fellas. That don't mean y'all interact the same. Everybody's different. Everybody moves differently. Everybody's communication skills is different. The way they relay messages is different. And what they decide to divulge may depend on the situation. Because I know a lot of sisters like, well, why don't we sit up and talk like you and the fellas? You ain't the fellas like that. I don't see you like that. It's a different relationship. There's things that I may talk to you about that I'm not talking to the fellas about. It's just different. It's not the same. So if wives, if you're looking for your husbands to react and respond and deal with you like he does his partners, stop it. Because y'all's relationship is y'all's relationship. And what you have built is beautiful. There's a different relationship between father and son, daughter and mother. It's not a friendship relationship, but guess what? Above a friend is your child. Why? Because y'all's relationship is different. Now, understanding that, now I'm going to go back to, I'm just going to touch on what Deacon Yahshua touched on. Give me Sirach, the 6th chapter, regarding proving. Because in that, there's requirements, there's stipulations in finding this spouse that's going to be above a friend and a companion, right? Sirach chapter 6, start at verse 7, please.
Yes, sir. The book of Sirach chapter 6 and verse 7.
Read.
If thou wouldest get a friend,
if you would get a friend,
prove him first.
Do what?
Prove him first.
Now, someone may be reading and be like, well, that's talking about a friend. That's not talking about a wife. What we read before was that above a friend and companion is a what? Your wife, your husband. So wouldn't you need to step these qualifications up when you read about proving a friend? Read it again.
Verse 7.
Read.
If thou wouldest get a friend,
if you would get a friend,
prove him first.
Prove him or her first. How much more with a husband? How much more with a wife? This is why we call it the proving stage. That's what it is. You're literally seeing if this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. Come on.
And be not hasty to credit him.
And don't what?
And be not hasty to credit him.
How many times have we seen brothers and sisters in this truth, in this body, in Oklahoma, give credit to somebody who hasn't earned it yet? You got to really put things into perspective, right? In this world we live in, right? As a man, when you take a wife, let me do it like this. When you get a wife, what's the first thing y'all do? Go ahead, stand up, Ari.
Shalom, leadership. You said when you get a wife,
When you get a wife, what's the first thing you do?
consummate the marriage.
What's that?
Sex.
What the bishop call it? Smacking hands. Slamming hands.
Ham.
Listen, that's the first. Oh, no. Hold it. When you slam hands, right? Huh? Slamming hams. Oh, damn. I didn't know it was hams. I thought it was hands. I see, I've been misinterpreted this whole time. Told my wife, I'm ready to slam some hands. She's like, all right, what's up? No. When you slamming hams, right? What comes out of that?
What comes? Kids.
Children. In this world we live in today, brothers and sisters, do you know how important it is that you choose the right person you have children with? Do you know how much power resides on that side of the room in Babylon, brothers? When you slam hands and you produce a child, hams, I'm sorry. They're going to give you every time. Everybody look at this, you're wrong, Nick. It's not what it is. I'm not slamming hands at all. Listen, when y'all do the do and a child comes forth, do you understand how much power resides on that side of the room? That if in an unfortunate situation, it does not work out between you two, she got your ass for a cool 18 years. And depending on how many kids you got, like right now, I'll speak on myself. I'm on numbers. I'm on 6 going on 7 right now, right? Listen, it's cheaper to keep her. Let's be real. Some of y'all in the worst, I ain't gonna say worst situation, but some of y'all are heavily vested. Where done y'all at? Anyway, huh? Eli is heavily vested. Look here. That judge wouldn't even be able to look you in your eyes. You go in the court. Like, whoo, bro, man, you got what, 9, 10, 12? Whoo! Listen, there's a whole lot that you need to consider when you are deciding that you're going to make this person your wife or your husband. Sisters, same thing. You got to make sure that this man that you're about to make your Lord, because that's who he is, right, sisters? This man you about to make your Lord ain't out his damn mind. Nigga's crazy. But you got to follow him now. A lot of times, we don't take the time to do this. Read that again.
Verse 7.
Read.
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
You didn't prove him. You didn't watch him. You was more concerned with slamming hams and what it was going to be like and feel like and how great it was going to be versus you didn't notice, hey, yeah, he got 3 missing toes. Yeah, sis is cross-eyed. Huh?
Or the brother don't work.
He ain't got no job. He ain't worked in the whole proof. Since y'all been talking, you've been telling sisters, yeah, he's finna getting ready, about to get the shoulda, but seriously, the whole time he finna do something? It's been a year, sis. He ain't worked. Yeah, but he, right now he's finna be about to get ready, gonna. Sis, you crazy? Because the only thing on your mind is slamming hams instead of proving him. Because trust and believe, I don't care how good you're slamming, it gets old. And if you didn't go into marriage with the mindset of, I gotta spend the rest of my life with this woman. This one gotta be mine forever. I'm trying to grow old with this one. If you didn't go into marriage with that thought process, get ready. Read on.
And be not hasty to credit him.
Mm-hmm.
For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
Some men and women, husbands and wives, yeah, you got that title because, it's here now. It's convenient, right? For their own occasion, read.
and will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
Mind you, when y'all first got together, she loved the house, she loved the car, she loved the idea where, and I'm not saying everybody's situation, let's say she didn't have to, now she ain't got to work no more. My husband got 2 jobs, balling. I'm going to stay home, I'm going to deal with the kids, make sure the house is clean, I'm going to do everything that he need me to do, right? Until he fall on hard times, and now you got to take your ass back to work. Now everything ain't seeming, everything don't appear so beautiful, right? You didn't sign up for this, right? Read on.
Verse 9. And there is a friend who being turned to enmity,
hatred,
and strife,
come on,
will discover thy reproach.
You know what's crazy? And this happens even before divorce, right? Especially when when folks come to counsel. Boy, the wife, and it's typically the wife, she ready to tell all your business. What you say he got, Pallu? You said the draws?
The chocolate bar.
The chocolate bar. Something wrong with my husband. I'm sick of these chocolate drop draws he got.
The dingleberries.
The dingleberries. What's wrong with him? Mind you, she didn't say nothing when everything was good, when he was working, all that stuff. He had the same draws, but as soon as hard times come, now she putting all y'all's business out. Something wrong with him. He can't get it up. I hate him. His breath stank. His mama get on my nerves. He did this. He been saying this about you. Everything that you done did is now discovered. She putting your business out. Why? Because she mad. Because of enmity. Read on.
And there is a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach.
Come on.
Again, some friend is a companion at the table.
At the table when everything is good. Come on.
And will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
You realize this is why a lot of marriages don't make it? Because some folks can't stand the rain. Ain't that what Nick said last night? What did he say, y'all? How you sing it? Yeah, you made sure you didn't do that. You didn't do that in the mic, and that was definitely Missy Elliott. That was Missy that said that, not Nick. Oh man. Anyways, the point is that you want a spouse that's going to ride with you through the affliction, brothers, right? You ain't riding if you complaining the whole trip either, sisters. Don't say you was down and out with me when we was down and out, and here it is, you did nothing, but you caused my affliction. You complained the whole time. I hate it here. Why you do this? What's this? What's going on? When you going? We need. The whole time? Now understand, you gotta voice your concerns. I get it. Absolutely. But you said that yesterday, right? I heard you yesterday. We are down right now. Tough times come. And I'm not going to run. What's it say? Give me that in, what is it, 2? I'm not going to run whenever we are now reduced down. I'm going to bunker down. I'm going to do what I got to do to get us back up. But damn, you going to complain the whole way? And then when we make it out, you like, yep, I was right there with you. No, the hell you wasn't. You complained the whole damn time. You didn't trust in me.
Hey, you were no different than Job's wife.
Same. Job, you was like, give it up. Just curse God and die. Hell no. You don't get to say that you was with me in those tough times if you made those times that much tougher. You're supposed to be a comfort in those times. Listen, I know the lights is off. I know it. I'm in here with you. Yes, I know it's cold right now. And I'm currently trying to get things done. Damn it, I don't want to hear about it all night long. Throw me a blanket and get close to me so I can get up in the morning and figure out how the hell I can get these lights back on. I know the water's off. Damn it, when I come back in from Jimmy rigging that thing, because y'all know how to, you know what I'm saying, get that water back on when you need that water on. Listen, don't complain about it. I need the support because I'm down and out.
Hey, D, you mind if I get the scripture real quick?
Go ahead.
Hey, get Sirach 26 real quick in verse 13. Because a lot of sisters be realized, y'all got to understand something, sisters. The man knows if the lights is cutting off.
I
The
seen
man
it.
knows that the gas is off. We don't need to hear from you. All you doing is adding more stress and more affliction to what we dealing with already. Watch this. Get Sirach 26. Read verse 13. Watch this.
The book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 13. The grace of a wife delighteth her
It
husband.
says the grace of a wife. Some of y'all sisters ain't got no grace, no type of discretion. Read on. It's going to say it.
And her discretion will fatten his bones.
That's what Deacon is bringing out. It says her discretion will fatten his bones. Not coming in nagging because the lights is out, but I don't know. Like you said, get a blanket and snuggle up to me so we both can be warm because the power is out because we're going through this together. That's where, as women, y'all got to understand your role and where you are in regards to your husband. Please believe if the lights is going out, the husband knows, and he knows exactly why. And I guarantee you he has a solution put in place, if he's a righteous man, to fix it.
If you prove the right man.
If you prove the right man, right.
And know that he's truly trying, that he truly loves you. He don't want to see you and them damn kids in the damn house. Here it is, it's 34 degrees in the house. He don't want that situation.
Right.
But guess what? We all fall on tough times. Give me that in Sirach 2.
Yes, sir. The book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 4.
Start at 1.
Verse 1.
Read.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Y'all realize what we signed up for? Did anybody sign up thinking that this was going to be a walk in the park? It was going to be easy. It's like when you walked in, boom, all your problems is going to stop. Satan going to leave you alone now, and you're going to walk happily into the kingdom of heaven. Did anybody think that's how it was going to go? Hell no. It's on and popping down. My man said he did. No, it's on and popping down. Now Satan's coming for you. He going to do whatever he can to try to what? Breach the armor. The moment you cover yourself, here it is, you cover yourself. Oh, I ain't eating pork no more. All right, he got to go a different direction. He's coming now, y'all. It's game on because he's trying to destroy you. Well, guess what? Now that you've chosen to serve the Lord, don't make haste. Don't run. Don't flee. Read.
Verse 2.
Come on.
Set thy heart aright.
Set your heart aright. Read.
And constantly endure.
Constantly endure. How do you set your heart aright? You set your mind on the laws of God. You meditate daily on thus saith the Lord. This is prioritize and understand I got to put the Most High God first, and everything else is going to be added unto me. Set your heart aright. Read.
And constantly endure.
Constantly endure what? The trials and tribulations that's coming because it's on now. The moment you woke up and accepted Christ, the moment you woke up and understood your nationality, you decided to take this plight and do what God said to do, Satan is gunning for you. Don't be confused. Read.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Come on.
Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Read.
That thou mayest be increased at thy last
That you may
end.
what?
That thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
That we will be increased at the last end, that we get the kingdom. It's going to be hell, y'all. Last time, I think, did we read 2nd Ezra 7 about the condition of the battle last time? We read that, right? This is what we got to go through so that we can be increased at the end of the day. It's going to be hell. It's going to suck. It's going to be hard times. It's going to happen. But take it cheerfully. Read.
Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Come on.
And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
You realize that, read that scripture again. I don't think it's really soaking in. Read.
Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
The ability to smile when everything is jacked the hell up. The ability to be able to take a step back and look at all that's going on right now and realize that the reason why it's happening is because God chose you. And you're a warrior in this fight. You're a warrior in this battle. And guess what? Things is going to come your way. The ability to take a step back and smile and say, you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to deal with it no matter what comes my way. That attribute right there, man, that's golden to have in your possession. Whatever comes your way, take cheerfully, read.
And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Now, I said all that to, in application. Who that's difficult. Especially when you had that nice house, you had that good job, that nice car, and you lost that nice job, which made you lose that nice house and that nice car. Now you're in a bucket with maybe an okay job or a job that's just making things work for right now, and a messed up house, an apartment with roaches. You got the homies. The ability to take a step back and take that cheerfully and say, you know what? It is what it is. My faith ain't gonna be broken. I got a mansion waiting on me. I got a whole mansion that I can't even. Christ says we can barely even perceive what he gonna do for us. I'm waiting on that house. This little piece of crap, hey, it is what it is. Take it cheerfully. It's all gonna burn. This ain't nothing but fuel for the fire. Take it cheerfully. Read.
Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire.
Gold gets tried in the fire. Read.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
This is what you go through when you go through tough times. But you know what's difficult about going through these tough times? Is having a wife or a husband that's not willing to go there with you. Go back. Sirach 6. Sirach the 6th chapter. Where'd you leave off at?
It was at verse 9.
Read.
Verse 9. And there is a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach.
Read.
Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
Read.
But in thy prosperity he will be as thyself and will be bold over thy servant.
You know, like I said, it's using this in the friend contents, but we know a wife is above both. You notice the spouse always enjoys all the amenities of being the spouse while things is good, right? You ain't gonna hear nothing, ain't gonna be no, yes, Lord, yes, my Lord. Everything is great. But as soon as those amenities dissipate, you back to being a nigga. Bands, MFers, you ain't even chosen no more. How that happen? Read.
Verse 12. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face.
Come on.
Separate thyself from thine enemies, and take heed of thy friend.
This is where you have to understand, do you really have a spouse? Is this of the Lord what we got? You got to really ask yourself this, especially when everything pans out, everything plays itself out. Now you look at me, you in court. She done took you for everything you got. And everything that you ain't got yet. Ain't that something? Lined you up. Read.
Verse 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense.
So how much more is a wife? A faithful wife is a strong defense as well. Come on.
And he that hath found such an one hath found a treasure.
Read.
Nothing doth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. A faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright.
Whoso fears the Lord, he directs his friendships aright, meaning what? He does it properly. He proves them. He makes sure that they love the Most High God. That's who he lines himself with, right? So much more with the wife. And guess what? That's a gift from God. So we're going to touch that a little bit later. Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright, for as he is, so shall his neighbor be also. Have you ever heard the term, a wicked portion is given unto a wicked man? Talking about your wife, right? You realize she's a reflection of you. So as long as you directed your friendship aright and you did what you're supposed to do, guess what? You're going to get a righteous portion if you're righteous. Oh, but if you evil, if you got secret stuff going on, if you that brother that everybody knows but don't really know, get ready.
Hey, D.
She gonna tune you up. Go ahead.
Can I get a scripture?
Go ahead.
Give me Sirach 25 and 23. While we're on subject, before we move further on this. A lot of times, the wife think that the marriage is solely on the husband's shoulders, meaning they the only person that gets judged for the things that happen.
Right.
A lot of times, you might be the reason why we're going through the things that's going on in the household. It might be a test for you. The lights get cut off, water get cut off, bills piling up. It might be because of how you treat your husband. Might be the reason why you're going through the things that you're going through. You know what I mean? Sometimes it might be you. It might not be your husband. Your husband breaking his back, 2 or 3 jobs, things ain't going well. He's trying to make things happen, and you're trying to tear him down because things ain't going the way that you want it to go. You might be the issue. But go ahead.
Sirach 25.
Verse 23.
Yes, sir. The book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 23. A wicked woman abateth the courage.
A wicked woman will lessen the courage of a man. That's what abated means, to make less of. You make him not want to do nothing no more for you. He make you not want to go out there and put his life on the line for you because you tear him down when things aren't going your way. Come on.
A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart.
And make it a heavy countenance. He come into the house. You wonder why your husband don't come home straight after work.
Uh-oh.
He go to a brother house, or he might go to the bar, have a couple drinks before he come home because he ain't got to deal with your crap. Come on.
A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress.
So when things go wrong, you supposed to be the one that comfort your husband. In when?
In distress.
In distress. When something happens, something get cut off. You supposed to, hey baby, we gonna make it happen. Don't worry about it. We gonna get this thing rolling. We gonna get back on our feet.
Right.
We gonna get back here. Instead of you like, well, such and such a house ain't going through that. You start to comparing households. That's when you start having your husband like, man, like she keep bringing up somebody else's household. You destroy your own house. Come on.
A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
You end up creating a weaker man because of how you treat him. Y'all don't understand the power y'all have. You can build your husband up. He'll run through walls for you. That's the time when you give him courage to go out there and want to grind even harder for his family. It's only temporary. But because things ain't going the way that it used to go or the way that you like, you start tearing down your husband. And then things go to crap from there. That's all I want to bring up.
Hey, imagine, here it is, you in a whole fight. You leave the house, and it's war outside, right? You out there swinging, punching, getting hit. You done got stabbed. Got to get back up, get back in the fight. All day long, you come home. You lay in your bed just to get put in a headlock. Hey, you know what these kids did today?
Thought you was done, nigga?
Huh? What's wrong with your son? Something's wrong with that boy. You need to talk to him. Huh? Look at these girls. This is what they're doing. We need this. We need that. Did you pick up some dish soap? Huh? What? I just got into a fight. And now I got to come back to the house to this?
You got the crime boss when you get to the house. You come home, it's the crime boss. It's the last one. You got to get past her first.
You got to be out your mind. You got to. And I think what's happened is the reason why some people, and it's on both ends, husbands and wives, you go into this with unrealistic expectations. You think that marriage is supposed to be a certain type of way. Like, I'm going to give an example. Some folks think this is what marriage is. Play the video.
Loving you, cause we are through the night.
All day long, right?
Toe to toe, with your body on top of mine. Soaking wet, that's the way I like it, babe. So don't forget the towels as you step into my room. Step into my room, babe. Oh, me and you together, rolling in the bed, hiding in the crowd.
I hope we ain't losing some folks right now. Look at the video. Don't worry about the song. Oh Lord, Lahab doing the cry, baby. Somebody get that, brother. Turn it off before we lose somebody else. Listen, you have unrealistic expectations of marriage and what you think it's supposed to be. Why? Because you done sat up watching daggone Jason's Lyric all day, Poetic Justice, all your favorite little hits from back in the day, and you think that that's what your marriage is supposed to look like all the time. No, it's not. It doesn't work like that. But guess what? What you do have, it's a beautiful thing. Get Genesis 2. Genesis, the 2nd chapter, start at verse 20.
Yes, sir.
This is what the Most High made it to be.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 20.
Read.
And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam, there was not found an help meet for him.
Out of all that was on the earth at that time, there was not a help meet found for Adam. Go ahead.
Verse 21. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, and he closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib, which the Lord God had taken from man, made he a woman.
Made he a what?
Made he a woman.
Who was taken from a man. Go ahead.
And brought her unto the man.
That right now, I don't want to hear none of these. What is it? Them Nubian brothers, them Egyptologists. Yeah, we all come from the woman, brother.
The
you
black
gotta
woman's
worship
God.
Worship the womb, brother. See, you gotta sit your ass down somewhere. Read.
Verse 23. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones,
Bone of my bones,
and flesh of my flesh.
flesh of my flesh. Come on.
And she shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man.
That's the whole reason why women are called woman, because you was taken from us. God said, there's not a help meet that is good enough on the earth right now. Let me create something special for Adam. Read.
Verse 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father.
Because of this, shall a man leave his father
and his mother.
And his mother.
And shall cleave unto his wife.
That means he's going to come to age. And for this cause, the reason why he leaves his father and his mother is so that he can cleave to his wife. See, the world done messed our minds up in the process and how it's supposed to work and what's supposed to happen. See, right now men think, yeah, I'm supposed to get out the house and I'm going to go out there and sow my royal oats, right? No, that's not how it's supposed to work. The way God set it up is the reason you leave your house is why? To start your own family. That's why. That's the mindset you go in. Not to go out there and sleep with everything with a hole in it. And as you seen last night, you got to be careful.
I think it's a wound.
It's a canal.
The wounds.
Anyway, we ain't going back there. We're not going back there. It says, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. That within itself is a beautiful thing, brothers and sisters, when it's done properly. Matter of fact, give me Exodus 22 and 16. Exodus 22, verse 16.
Yes, sir. The book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 16.
Read.
And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed.
Now, wait a minute. There's a whole lot that goes into this, right? Because even now, and this is what single people don't want to admit to, right? Here it is. Should I say this? Yeah, I'm going to say it. Whatever. Brother ain't had a haircut the whole time he been here. He been rough, rugged, and drug out. But all of a sudden, the sister show up out of nowhere. She done transferred from this camp. Now she here. Now the brother's hair is cut every week. Like, damn, brother, I ain't never seen you polish your boots here.
Right,
now
boots ain't been shined.
Man, you do creased up. I see you, bro. What's up? What's going on? Oh, no, man, come on, Deke. Come on, Deke. Bro, they never ask questions during class. The sister show up. Yeah, I just had a real quick question in Revelations. Oh, so now you deep now, huh? Now you're engaged, huh? I get it. That's what goes on, though. We see it. We see it happen all the time. And it's supposed to be a beautiful thing when it's done properly. When you go through the proper steps and you do it the right way, guess what? Y'all be able to go back and talk, and she be like, yeah, I see you over there looking at me on the other side of class. I remember that. You was a little rough and around the edges. I seen you before I got there, but you cleaned up pretty good. Guess what? It's okay. Sisters, y'all be doing the same thing. I ain't gonna go in on y'all. But y'all do it. Sister, they ain't never wore makeup ever to the school. Anyways, I know they sensitive, so I ain't gonna do it. Ain't never had them damn bat wings on your eyelashes ever. He show up, now you
Flapped in the class.
what the hell?
She fly in. If she fly in the
Sister
sanctuary.
Lynn, all of a sudden, it's me. Hey, I ain't never seen you before. How you doing, new sister? Oh, that's so and so. Oh, okay. How you doing? Anyways,
Them eyelashes bow.
listen. I played this video. I can't remember what class it was for, but I just want y'all to imagine. All right, this sister got on the dress, fringes. The process is supposed to be a lovely process, y'all. All right.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Somebody give Yawasop a tissue real quick. You all right? Listen, it's supposed to feel like that when it's right. That's how it's supposed to feel when it's in the Lord. Give me Proverbs 18. Proverbs 18:22. Ain't nothing like Israelite love when done the right way. Some of y'all is this backdoor stuff. That ain't how it go. That ain't the right way, y'all. Proverbs 18, read verse 22.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 22.
Read.
Whoso findeth a wife, findeth a good thing.
Whoso findeth a wife finds a good thing. Come on.
And obtaineth favor of the Lord.
Because what? You understand that came from God. That's a gift from God. It says, whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor of the Lord. You know how hard it is to find a good thing out here? Especially now. Listen, the mindset of these women is so jacked up. I ain't even like, y'all know what I'm talking about. We done fixed many faces. These sisters is jacked up. But same thing for you women. These brothers, look at the state that our men are in right now. You got men that don't want to be men. They're afraid to be on their own. They're afraid to be responsible adults. They're afraid to stand up and freaking tighten their bootstraps and get out here on these streets. There's no way you should choose a man that ain't out here in this battle. Impossible. You'd be out your mind because obviously his mind ain't right on the mission. Proverbs 31:10.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 10.
Read.
Who can find a virtuous woman?
Uh-huh.
For her price is far above rubies.
It's damn near impossible. But guess what? It is possible. I found mine. You can find yours. Pallu, you found yours?
I found mine.
Lahab, you found yours?
Yes, sir.
AZ, you found yours?
Yes, sir.
Y'all, what's up?
I found mine.
It's possible. It's hard, but it's possible. The possibility is doing it the right way, not the wrong way. All right, let's look at an example real quick. This is from I forget what channel this was, but watch this, y'all. This is what we're trying to get to.
The Carolina couple has a lot to celebrate tonight.
A Charlotte couple is celebrating more than 8 decades of marriage. DW and Willie Williams have been married for 82 years.
Wow. NBC Charlotte's Evan West sat down with the Williams to find out the secret to longevity.
It's been a long time since DW and Willie Williams met in Newberry, South Carolina.
Newberry, by the way. Newberry.
I felt the same.
The year was 1937, and although pictures from that day don't exist, the memories do.
I thought he was handsome. at that time.
DW is now 103 years old. His bride right behind him at 100. And together they share one daughter, one granddaughter, and 82 years of marriage.
People might not believe, but we have never been the type that will fuss and fight. We just find funny things to talk about.
Speaking of, after 80 plus years, what do you talk about?
If my fingernail hurt, whatever bothers me.
They can laugh about anything, but there is nothing funny about their devotion to each other and the man upstairs.
Yeah.
Good Lord was taking care of us.
The couple says they don't have any secret to their longevity. All they have is love for each other and God, who they say is solely responsible for their 82 years together.
Had not been for him, we couldn't have made it.
And maybe a little love too.
Come on here.
Huh?
They still got it.
Oh, yeah.
Listen.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me this isn't what you want to get
That's
to.
dope, D. That's dope.
82 years of marriage?
That's dope.
That is the epitome of growing old together. 82 years. I can't even fathom that. There's some people that don't make it to 82 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I've been married, this year will be 18 years.
Damn.
18 years. Who been married? Anybody been married longer than 18? Y'all cold. Stand up, bro. How long you been married, bro?
22 years.
Yes, sir. 23 years.
23 years, man. That's what I'm talking about, officer. Who else? Pops, you had your hand up. How long you been married?
Shalom, Deke.
Shalom.
34 years.
34 years. Listen to me. I ain't did nothing that long in my life but eat. 34 years. What can you say you've done consistently? Let me, well, what's up, bro? How long you been married, bro? Hold on, get him a mic. Get him a mic. Where the microphone at?
Dang. 21 years.
21 years. Give it up. Listen, man. That's a beautiful thing, bro. All praise be to the Most High God for longevity. Now, who's been married less than 5 years? Sakai, stand up. How long you been married, bro?
Going on 3 years now.
3 years, bro. Are you ready for 18 years?
Hey, Lord willing. Yes,
You
sir.
ready
All
for
praise.
22 years?
I'm ready for 80 years.
You ready for 80 years, huh?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I would put your wife on the spot, but you know, I ain't gonna do it. We in this for the long haul. If you married, it's forever. Until you two die. That's how long you're bound. The wife is bound to the husband as long as he lives. And it's a good thing. Give me Sirach 26. Sirach 26, verse 1.
Yes, sir. The book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 1.
Come on.
Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife.
Listen, I'm looking, folks, online, 10 years, 6 years, 21 years, 25 years. Listen, it's a beautiful thing in the Lord. Go ahead.
Blessed is the man that hath found a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double.
Shall be what?
Shall be double.
Blessed is the man that's found a virtuous wife. Behold that. Go back to Proverbs 31. Read verse 10 again.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 10.
Read.
Who can find a virtuous woman?
Here's the reality, brothers, sisters, because it's happening. It's not like it ain't happening. It's not like it doesn't exist. Everybody don't got a virtuous wife. The woman you're attached to ain't necessarily the one that's going to be with you. You got, in this day we live in now, yeah, you got people that give up. You wake up tomorrow and your wife is like, yeah, I don't want to keep the commandments anymore. Matter of fact, where's my pants? It's real. You have wives or husbands that wake up and they're like, yeah, big booty Judy, I'm going to go ahead and go that direction. Give it all up. Leave all his kids. Leave everything behind. To follow what? Some butt. Huh? Sunshine.
Yeah, tell your mama I ain't coming home no more.
Oh, damn.
You know that. Sunshine.
Listen to me. It happens. Who can find a virtuous wife? Who can find a faithful husband? Go back to Sirach 26, verse 1 again.
The book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 1.
Come on.
Blessed is the man that had a virtuous wife.
Uh-huh.
For the number of his days shall be double.
What do you think the flip side of that is? What about the brother that don't got a virtuous wife but got a devil? They got a demon. The wife that got the spawn of Satan as a husband. Stress is eating your life away. Hardship is destroying you. Some of y'all 26-year-olds look 73 in the face because you going through it at home. It says, blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double. Come on.
Verse 2. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband.
She rejoices her husband. A virtuous woman does. But an evil woman, pain and hardship. Read.
And he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace.
In what?
In peace.
Some of y'all in violence right now. Some of y'all are literally experiencing violence at home right now. It ain't no peace.
That Ike and Tina love.
You got a block when you go. The hell is this?
That nut bush.
Read.
Verse 3. A good wife is a good portion.
A good wife is a good portion.
Which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord.
It's given to those that what?
To them that fear the Lord.
Come on.
Whether a man be rich or poor.
Hold on. Give me the opposite of that. I think it's later on in that chapter. I don't got it in front of me.
Verse 7.
Read that.
An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro.
That ain't it.
Verse
23.
Yep. Verse 23.
Read.
A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
Wicked woman is given as portion to a wicked man. That's the opposite effect. A righteous woman is given to a righteous man, and a wicked woman is given to a wicked man. So at the point in your life where you was at, guess what? Your stuff wasn't together. Though you didn't share with us, you didn't tell us what you had going on, but guess what? The Lord knew, and he gave you what you deserved. Go back. Verse 4?
Verse 4.
No, verse 3.
Verse 3. A good wife is as a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord.
Come on.
Whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart toward the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance.
Because you see all of these things working hand in hand. He doesn't go home to a dragon. He doesn't go home to the spawn of Satan. Now, this does not mean, get me 1 Corinthians 7. 1 Corinthians, the 7th chapter and the 28th verse. Because some of y'all think, well, damn, me and my wife argue. That mean we ain't in the Lord? No, we ain't talking about that. You're going to have problems. 1 Corinthians 7:28.
Yes, sir. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 28.
Read.
But, and if thou marry, thou hast not sinned.
You have not sinned if you marry. If you take a wife, there's nothing wrong with that. Read.
And if a virgin marry, she hath not sinned.
Read.
Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh.
These were people who literally had given them their lives to the Lord, but decided later on, you know what? I'm burning. I need to take a husband. Well, guess what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You haven't sinned, but just know you shall have trouble in the flesh. Meaning what? What does that mean, trouble in the flesh? Clyde, your hand went up first. Go ahead. What you so fast for, bro?
It just means personal issues in the marriage.
Right. Some other brother, brother almost dislocated his shoulder over there. I see y'all. I know what that is. Brother put his leg in the air. Woof. It's normal. It's going to happen. Why? Because here it is. You have two adults, and there's structure set between those adults. One of those adults is above the other. And guess what happens in that? The other adult thinks that they got an opinion. They got rights. They got something to say, right? Well, guess what? That ain't how God got it set up. And it's only whenever somebody's in the midst of a role identity crisis is when everything goes haywire. Some of our wives and our husbands, our men, haven't fully accepted their role in the marriage. Hell, in this truth. Some of our brothers ain't accepted the fact that this is what God has set up and this is how it's supposed to go. You still think that it's supposed to be your way. This right here is literally the cause of all issues in marriage. Watch this, y'all. Check this out. Hold on. We gotta show this.
Every motherfucking thing I do or say, you gotta try to correct me. Fuck you. So what? Let me do it. Let me be dumb. I must enjoy being dumb. Let me be dumb. Well, let me be dumb then. Well, then that's why you ought to leave me the fuck alone. Let me be dumb. Well, let me be dumb then. Let me do it.
Now, we just seen the other marriage, right? But they say it was 82 years, right? This is the opposite. It's the inverted. Okay, this is 80-something years of being with somebody that you hate. Go ahead.
Guess you guys think everybody else got a different answer.
Ain't nobody got to have no different answer. Let me do what I want to do. Say what I want to say.
The answer that suits him better. He asked you that
motherfucker be trying to tell me how to dress, how to eat, how to sleep, how to bathe, what to say. I can't do a motherfucking thing that I want to do.
Sit up in the house with them clothes on 3 weeks at a time. You goddamn right.
Yeah, fuck it. Hey, I can talk to them motherfuckers. I'd rather talk to them bed bugs than talk to you, you motherfucker. You big old beetle ass motherfucker.
Nasty. Sit up in the clothes 3 and 4 weeks at a time. Same fucking draw.
Same draws.
At least I got draw. You just started wearing draw. You ain't got no motherfucking draw. Got rims.
You like to get a joke.
Okay, joke. That ain't no joke. That's serious. Your goddamn drawers that look like roaches done 8 holes in them. You know that. Until you just ordered these new ones.
Hey, I keep me some clean clothes. New clothes too to go to church.
Yeah.
There you go. I get sick.
There you go. That ain't in case you get sick. In case y'all make a stop.
Hey, it don't make no difference.
Get sick,
don't
my
make no
ass.
difference. You need to make a stop some motherfucker.
Won't be at church.
I'm thinking you'll do better when you get all your teeth out. You won't infest nobody's stuff with your mouth.
Fuck it. If I infest them, that's their ass.
Talking that shit.
If they let me put my mouth down there just like this, that's
well,
good.
It'll be better. Because your mouth won't be infested.
If I wanna.
Right now you let somebody, you pyrrhea the gum, they shit be fucked
well,
up.
then that's what I want to do. I want to infect them.
That's why you get mad with everybody thinking they're going to stop.
I want to infect them nasty bitches. They let me put my mouth down.
You're the one nasty.
If they ask me
like doo-doo.
If they ask me to put my mouth down there, I want to infect them stinking motherfuckers. You stinking motherfuckers.
I'll smell like doo-doo.
Yeah, they smell like doo-doo. Who the fuck think somebody want to put their mouth in your ass?
Don't nobody want you to put your mouth down there.
Crazy.
I don't want you to put your mouth next to me, period.
Don't worry about it. And I don't.
Like I don't
put my mouth next to you.
All the time. Smell like shit.
I don't even want to be around your fucking motherfucker.
I don't even want you near me.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Stupid
that
bitch.
Shit stinks so fucking bad. How you gonna eat on somebody? You infest the bread when you bite it.
It don't stink no worse than you do, bitch.
Yeah. Shit. I'm all right. Believe me.
Oh, great.
I bet you I had something since you did.
That David Screws?
No. Good. You can have some more.
Oh my God.
Get some more, motherfucker.
You
ought to be satisfied there.
No, I ain't satisfied. I'm gonna get regular enough.
Well, get some more then. Your buddy going, what you waiting on? Get it.
All right, so check this out. Now, we like, damn, that's crazy, right? Especially after we watched the 82-year marriage. But what if we took this? What do you think this couple would look like if it was 50 years earlier in the marriage? Watch this.
You hit me first. Nothing. You hit me first. You called me a bitch for nothing. You called me a bitch because you was speaking out there. Stop being a bitch. You was speaking out there. Being a fucking bitch. You a woman. Stop being a bitch. You want me? Be a bitch. Like I said, bring your ass up. No, I ain't bringing shit up. You ain't gonna never give me this one back home. Never, bitch. I don't give a fuck about what you say. How happy you be, how nice you be to me, bitch. I don't care no more. It's over. I don't care about you. It's over. But you have to get to the house. You have to beat your ass. They ain't gonna come back nowhere. They ain't gonna come back nowhere. Motherfucking police gonna pull up. You gonna go to jail. You got a daughter. You got my daughter. Go home. Bitch, I'm not gonna go home. Fuck you mean? If I go to jail, go home. Fuck you. Go home. Fuck you. I'm not even gonna do that to my baby. Like I said, let's go. Hold on, I let this shit ever happen and forget about you. All I gotta do is smoke a blunt, bitch. Right? And it's over. That's all you gotta do is smoke. Bitch, you smoke crack and everything. I still gonna smoke it. You stress me. You stress me. Your ass stress me. You motherfucker that stress me, bitch. You fucking hit me. You like it? You like hitting me? You like hitting the motherfucking man? Bitch, you fucking me? You fucking hit me? No, leave me the fuck alone. I don't want you. I don't want you. Well, then you're gonna die. Maybe I don't know. Bro, that pussy might go. Let me go. I'm doing shit, my nigga. That motherfucker. All this shit you did to me, dude.
Pause. I'm sorry, I gotta say it. You brothers that get these big girls, man.
I think she got him.
Bruh.
I think
You're right.
She definitely has
Her
him
last
right
name
now.
is Sap.
That is, listen, that monkey monster grip she got on his shirt, he cannot get loose.
D, her last name is Sap.
Listen, and she ate that punch. You see she ate that, right?
It did nothing to her.
Go ahead, bro.
You let me go for I hurt you. What did I get to you? I'm gonna hurt you, man. I did to you? I'm gonna hurt you, man. I did to you? I don't wanna hurt you. I love you. Go home. What did I do to you? Go home. What did I do to you, my nigga? Go home. Just go home. I'm gonna be on my business. The reason why I stopped the nigga ain't fucking on the fucking church because the bitch made me sick. That's why. So now, if you wanna show him to the bitch face now. So now, go. Tell me how. What? Tell me how. What, you mad? You mad? I don't care. Bitches still love me. And so these niggas, fuck you mean? So? Fuck you mean? What the fuck is that I gotta do with my dick? Nothing. Exactly. They got nothing to do with me, though, my nigga. You wanna know I'm fucking on neighbors and shit? I'm fucking on neighbors. It don't even matter, really. I'm from Chicago, bitch. You don't know what's going on. I'm not worried about shit.
Watch this. Watch this.
But, bitch, I'm from Chicago. Fuck what you talking about.
Chi-Town, stand up.
Nigga, I help you, nigga. I'm tired of you. Fuck you, bitch. Nigga, I'm tired of fuck you, hoe. Nigga, I wait till this motherfucking train come and step in front of this bitch, nigga. That's how much I hate you, nigga. That's how much you hate me, my nigga. Nigga, let me go. He's mad. Let me go. Because I'm tired of you hitting me, dude. You can't get your ass back. Get over here. Get over here with your dumb ass. Stop.
She got a monster grip.
I don't care. Fuck you, bitch. I'm a mama. I'm tired of you. You tired of me because you trying to go cheat on me. Nigga, walk on my own.
He's trying to jump in front of the train.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Let me go. If I let him go, he's gonna jump, dumbass. Stop before the fucking train comes. Yeah. Let me go.
She got a competing grip, bro.
Nigga,
Doing the Olympics.
keep coming on.
He's using his legs.
Let me go. Let me go. I'm gonna go to jail. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Let me go. Look what you did to me. Now witnesses. You're going to jail. Let me go. Let me go. You want to go to jail, man. All this is coming.
Now we sitting up here, and some folks is finding amusement by it, and I see some folks ain't. And the reason why, some of y'all doing this stuff at home. So this just happened before you came to the school. This is how y'all deal with each other. This is how y'all talk to each other. Wow. Before everything, your wife was her first name, right? But as soon as Stinkmeaner get there, Oh, she a whole bitch now. Her mama won. Her sister won. Her daughter, your daughters. Hell, I didn't heard a brother call his own kids bees because you emotional. Because you mad. Same thing with the woman. You do the same thing, and typically it's y'all that do it first. He's everything under the sun but a child of God. And then we wonder why we look amongst ourselves and we see the divorce rate amongst our people. Give me Matthew 5. Divorce is not of the Lord. The reason why you throwing out these divorce terms, you speaking divorce, talking about leaving, because y'all did not properly prove one another. So now y'all, instead of going into this understanding, nah, you can't even utter them words. That's never going to happen. Now you see it as options. Why? Because the world taught you got options. Matthew 5:31.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 31.
Read.
It hath been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement.
Come on.
But I say unto you,
Christ clearing it up. Read.
That whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication.
Anybody that gets rid of his wife except for the cause of what?
The cause of fornication.
Read.
Causeth her to commit adultery.
Read on.
And whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committeth adultery.
Ain't no divorce. Get Matthew 19:3. That ain't of the Lord. But because of the wickedness of our minds and how we deal, we think it's optional. You wanted to try it out. Y'all realize, and let's be real right now, because people come to us with these jacked up situations. You realize it's not supposed to be, yeah, I'm marrying such and such with 4 kids. It's supposed to be, you're a virgin, she's a virgin. And y'all are coming together in marriage and you're learning everything together. You ain't never had sex before. You ain't never did nothing lascivious before. So everything is brand new to you. So you can't go in talking about, yeah, I'm not satisfied because, hell, you ain't had nothing. You don't know anything. But now, brothers and sisters is coming to this thing with mileage, experience, porn on their mind, porn addiction. And now you don't know how to freaking cope and deal in marriage. Now it appears to be optional. You're not happy. Matthew 19:3.
The book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 3.
Read.
The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife?
Mind you, when you read about when the Pharisees came, they tried to come and trip Christ up with things. So understand that even at this time, marriage was a hot topic. So he came and said, what? The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause, for any reason? Read.
Verse 4.
Come on.
And he answered and said unto them, Have ye not heard that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female?
Have you not heard? Did you not understand? The Most High God who made them in the beginning made them male and female. Read.
And said, For this cause,
for this reason, for this purpose. Come on.
Shall a man leave father and mother?
Will a man leave his father and his mother? Will a man leave his parents? Read.
And cleave to his wife.
And he's going to cleave to his wife. For this cause, to start his own family, to go his way. He going to leave his father and his mother to start his own. Read.
And they twain shall be one flesh.
They twain shall be one flesh. When something goes from being 2 to 1, what is that? Binding. Binding. That's supposed to be forever, right? Not in today's world. It's optional. Oh, I don't like how it was over there. I don't like how this what she does. I don't like. No, it's not how it works. Read.
Verse 6. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh.
Read on.
What therefore God hath joined together.
What God has joined together.
Let no man put asunder.
No man on earth can tear that apart. And if it was able to be torn apart, guess what? It was never of the Lord. Y'all remember that woman in John 4? Get that real quick. John the 4th chapter. Just get me to the part where he asked about her husband.
Verse 17.
Read.
Verse 16. Verse 16. The book of John, chapter 4, verse 16.
Come on.
Jesus saith unto her, Go, call thy husband and come hither.
Call your husband and come hither.
The woman answered and said, I have no husband.
She's like, I don't got no husband. Mind you, she's already perceiving something's up with this man that she's talking to, right? She's like, I'm going to be truthful. I don't have a husband. Read.
Jesus said unto her, Thou hast well said.
Christ said unto her, yeah, you right about that. You have well said.
I have no husband.
That you don't got a husband. Come on.
For thou hast had 5 husbands.
You've had 5 knuckles run up in you. You done have 5 men you done dealt with. Read.
And he whom thou now hast
and that knuckle you with right now
is not thy husband.
That relationship isn't even a marriage. You realize you literally could be entertaining whoremongering disguised as marriage. And we see it happen. It ain't of God. And it could go on for a long time. A long time. Here it is. That person never believed. That person was here just to get some hams. Or slap hams. I'm sorry. We don't eat ham. I don't want nobody taking that as a soundbite. See, they eat the ham. No. You know what I'm talking about. Huh? Now I got to say hands. They was in here to get some butt. That's what they was doing. That's what he was here for. They endured all this. They put fringes on. They had the Passover. Shalom, brother. Knowing damn well you don't believe anything contained in the Bible. You just here for a man because you see there's some stand-up individuals in here. You see some brothers that's doing things that most black men ain't doing at this in America right now. So you wanted one of them. And you endured for a little bit, but you can only pretend for so long. Same thing, brothers. You came in here. You got brothers that literally, we had a so-called elder that called himself wanting to come to IUIC, wanting to join IUIC just because we got all the pretty sisters. I'm not lying. He's like, hell no, you can't come over here, bro. You want to come over and destroy your soul? You try to come over here and snatch a sister up and destroy her? No, hell no. Men do that. They'll transfer schools. They'll go somewhere. They got their eye on a certain sister. They'll be up in that school, but they're not there for the Lord. They're there to destroy souls. You better be mindful. Was there more?
No, sir, that was it.
Go back to Matthew 19.
Verse 3.
Where was we at?
Oh, we was at verse 6.
Go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 6.
Come on.
Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh.
Somebody said slamming yams. Yams, huh? Okay, I'll go with that. Go ahead.
What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder.
Man can't put asunder. What's joined by God is going to last forever. You understand that, brothers? Sisters, do you understand that? So when y'all get to talking about, I'm done, I can't do this no more, it's over, it's a wrap, you had better ask yourself what spirit you in and what God put you in. Because what you're saying is, yeah, this was never of the Lord. Now, ask yourself, is it the emotions talking? Or is that really the situation? Are you just mad as hell right now? Or are you really that distraught? Sisters, he's sinning against you. Is he breaking God's commandments? No. Bro, is she just not wanting to submit? Is she not going to do what God said to do? No, that ain't it. She submits probably about 85% of the time. What the hell's wrong with you then? Read.
Verse 7. They say unto him, why did Moses then command?
She submit. Well, that's what it was. She submits 85% of the time, but the other 15% she'll be mad, but then she'll do it.
Crazy brother.
What's up, bro? Look at what you saying. You got women that ain't, listen, them hoes out there in the world don't give a damn about God, nor do they care about your authority in the household. So what are you, what are you being realistic now? Are you really looking at marriage, how it's going to be? Because guess what? The same brothers that are complaining about their wife not submitting be the same brothers that tell their superiors, the officers, the captains over them. Nah, I ain't doing that. Did you forget how structure worked? You don't see God set this up too? Now here it is, you taught your wife an evil lesson. You back at home talking all manner of evil against the officer over you, the captain over you, the deacon, the bishop, whomever. And now you surprised when she's speaking against you now. You can't be serious. But you expect her to be in order all the time, 100% of the time. Nigga, please. You ain't even in order. Read on.
Verse 7. They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts.
Because of the hardness of your hearts, read.
Suffered you to put away your wives.
Moses allowed y'all to put away your wives. Read.
But from the beginning.
But from the beginning, from the jump.
It was not so.
It wasn't so. That's not how God set it up. But because of the wickedness, y'all was influenced by that nonsense y'all came out of Egypt with. You wasn't submitting to the laws of God. You didn't want to do what God said to do. Therefore, because of the hardness of your hearts, Moses suffered it. He allowed it. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife.
This is Christ now giving you the real on what it really is. Whosoever shall put away his wife. For those of y'all that thought that you could just put your wife away, I'm done, it's finished, it's a wrap. Read.
Except it be for fornication.
Unless it's fornication.
And shall marry another.
And you gonna go off and marry somebody else. Come on.
Committeth adultery.
Commit adultery. Adultery. Come on.
And whoso marrieth her which is put away doth commit adultery.
Doth commit adultery. Come on.
Verse 10. His disciples say unto him, if the case of the man be so with his wife.
If it's like this, if it's going to be this way as far as with the woman, read.
It is not good to marry.
Shoot, it ain't good to get a wife then. Why? Because even then they understood, man, there's problems in marriage. And if I can't get out, if I need to get out, shoot, it's best that I don't even get married. Read on.
Verse 11. But he said unto them, all men cannot receive this saying.
Everybody can't receive this. Come on.
Save they to whom it is given.
Except they to whom it is given. Everybody can't do that. Everybody don't got that. You brothers be talking about, yeah, man, hey, I'm palling it out, man. I'm palling it.
They palming it.
Oh, they palming it all right. Stop playing.
They slapping hands.
Exactly, on the low. Look here, while y'all laughing, I'm looking at all you single brothers. I'm telling you, I'll be like, yeah, sure, for sure. But yeah, Deke, I'm still waiting. I'm still trying to find the right one, man, you know. Bruh, it's been how many years? How long has it been? Yeah, we know what time it is. We know what's going on. They might not say it, but I'm going to say it with your nasty ass. You ain't even looking for a wife. Bro, you've been here almost 10 years, 10, 12 years. You ain't even looking for a woman. Bro, if you don't leave them damn truck stops alone, get the hell off of Robinson.
He clapping hands, Deke.
He what?
He doing more than that.
He's clapping hands?
You know what I mean by that.
Doing more than that.
Be discreet.
Let's be real. And some of y'all know, some of y'all are afraid to take wives because you done messed your mind up so much with the damn porn. You got unrealistic views for whoever your future wife gonna be. She can't swing from that chandelier. She can't drop down and do all that you want. Y'all look at that? Yeah, exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about because you done perverted your mind. You think that that's how this is supposed to go. That hole don't even exist, but you want to feel it. Anyways, give me the divorce rates in America.
That wound.
Man, listen. Your wife tried to turn you to a whole unicorn. Let's be real. Folks is nasty.
Damn.
Let's be real. Read that.
48 divorce statistics in the U.S.
Come on.
Including divorce rate, race, and marriage length.
Hold on. 48 divorce statistics in the U.S. Now, we ain't going to read this whole thing, but there are some points that I want us to focus on because realistically, this is us. Go ahead. This is recent, too.
The United States has the 6th highest divorce rate in the world, with 40 to 50% of married couples filing for a divorce.
40 to 50%. You realize how high that is? 40 to 50% of married couples filing for divorce. Go ahead.
The United States Census Bureau report suggests that marriage and divorce rates dropped from 2009 to 2019.
Go ahead.
Usually, second or third marriages in the United States have a higher divorce rate.
You know when they seen the most divorce rates? Anybody know? In the U.S., when the divorce rate skyrocketed, was during the pandemic. A lot of people found out, I really don't like this nigga. They had to be home with him every day. Like, I really can't stand your guts. I can't do this. Quarantined up with you. Mind you, most households, the husband and the wife work, so they kind of, they don't really see each other like that. Shoot, pandemic hit. Like, wait a minute, that's what you do when I'm not around? Go ahead.
Usually, second or third marriages in the United States have a higher divorce rate. 60% of second marriages and about 73% of third marriages end in divorce.
Damn. So that shows you what? That people who get divorced, what are they more likely going to do? Get divorced again. Because marriage don't mean nothing to them. It's optional. Come on.
Couples going through their first divorce are around the age of 30.
Damn.
Married couples between the ages of 20 to 25 are 60% likely to get a divorce.
Why do y'all think that? Why do y'all think that? Ages 20 to 25 are 60% likely to get a divorce. Lamagna.
Most of those marriages are just based off of lust because they're young and
they didn't know what they was getting. How long you been married, Lamagna? 18 years. It's been longer than 18 years, bro.
18, 19 years.
20. Number keep going up.
Gotta be at least since 2002, 2003. That's when I met you. Anyway, here it is. 20 to 25 years old. They don't know what the hell they're getting into. These kids are so far from God. It's not like it's binding to them. They're like, yeah, I can do this and I can switch it up if I need to. Because marriage is not honorable in the world. Go ahead.
Black women divorce at a higher rate, 38.9%, than women of any other race.
Black women get divorced more than anybody in America. More than any race of women in America. Black women will dip. And that, I'm just being honest, typically that's the one, when I get the call, that's the one, I'm done, I'm leaving, I'm out of here, I can't do this. It's normally this side of the room. Go ahead. Matter of fact, let's skip up a little bit. Scroll up. Hold on, go up. I seen something about Oklahoma. Go up. What did it say? Alabama, Kentucky, and Oklahoma have some of the United States' lowest median income levels and highest divorce rates. Dang, we poor, broke, and unhappy in marriage. Go ahead, whatever. All right.
Highlight it.
Damn, we got to highlight it. I already know. Here come the jokes. Keep going. It goes down into, I want to see, I think it talks about race. Hold on, keep going. Highest divorce rates, keep going. Lowest. Keep going, keep going. Right there. Read that. Wait, scroll up a little bit. No, other way. I want to see what it said before. All right. Read there.
According to sociological research by M.J. Rosenfeld, women filed for divorce twice more often as men. Almost 69% of women initiate divorce in the U.S., compared to 31% of men. Surveys show that such disparity results from women's higher and later unmet expectations of emotional support from men.
Now, watch this. I'm going to tell you, in Israel, it is higher. The women typically leave, right? Why do y'all think it's like that? Right here.
Impatient.
You say impatient?
Yeah.
Something else. Yaakov.
In
Israel.
They're the weaker vessel. They're emotional.
You right. Something else. Ari?
because in this truth, the man has, complete power, and women don't like that.
Role identity crisis. What happens, and this typically is more, women are more affected by this because they are the ones that really have to conform to, dang, I got to listen to this man. I got to he has to have full control over me. And some women can't handle that. Some women can only go so long. They was raised a full knuckle their whole life. They watched their mama tell their daddy what to do. They watched their grandmama tell their grandpa what to do. And now they grow up and think that they're going to come in here and tell the men what to do, and that don't fly. So what are they resorting to thinking? What do they think they are? What's the word you hear most of the time? What'd you say, Eli?
Slavery.
It's a slavery. I'm a slave. No, it's not a slave. You're a wife. But if everything that pertains to a wife, if that's translated to slavery to you, shoot, we might just call it slavery then. If everything that a wife is required to do, if you consider that slavery, if that's the way you have to rationalize it, good. Slavery, whatever. It's not what it is. Same thing with men. Wait, hold on. What you mean I gotta do this now? I gotta be like this. Why am I responsible for her and what she said and what she did? Because you're the head, Negro. Your leadership sucks. What you mean I gotta try to keep her happy? What do you mean I gotta make? You're the head, Negro, and your leadership sucks. She's complaining because, yeah, you suck at leading. Have you ever considered that maybe she's not submitting the way that you want her to because maybe your ass is crazy? Have you ever thought that if you were to put your daughter in the same situation your wife is in, would you be happy with the life that your daughter is living? If that man spoke to your daughter the way that you talk to your wife, would you be okay with that? Us as men, we got to put things into perspective sometime. Would you want your daughter to live in a relationship where her husband moves like you? Ask yourself that. And if it's not, what you gonna do? All right, the rate of divorce for women. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. The divorce rate for women in the United States in 2022 is 16.9 divorces per 1,000 married women. Experts suggest this is a more accurate statistic of the actual divorce rate than the crude rate. In 2018, the U.S. Census Bureau revealed that 7.7 out of every 1,000 married women over 15 got divorced. Some prognosis suggests that in 2022, this number is about to increase. Despite the rate of marriage steadily declining compared to divorce rates, experts predict that between 40% to 50% of marriages today will ultimately end in divorce.
Get that in, what's that, Job 9:24? Why it's like this? Job 9:24. We're in Babylon. Half of the marriages here is going to end in divorce. Why? Because the culture that is taught, that's imposed upon our people, that our people buy into right now. This is why you so quick to say, man, I'm done. It's a wrap. Instead of falling back on the scriptures and making it work and working it out and doing what God said to do, you want to give up. Read.
The book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24.
Come on.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Read.
He covereth the faces of the judges.
Satan got control. This is why your mind is the way that it is. We always talk about the westernized mind, the westernized woman, the westernized man. Guess what? It's the Satan-controlled and influenced person. Because God is so far away from their thought process, they resort to Satan's culture to dictate what marriage should look like, when you should get married, how you should get married, and what constitutes divorce. Brothers want to leave their wife because she don't fry chicken right. You be Judah. Man, that guy just can't do it, man. My mama knew how to fry that chicken, man. It's just crazy. I gotta have some fried chicken. I want some home-cooked fried chicken. Damn it, show her how to fry some chicken. Grow together. Now, I know some of these sisters can't boil water. I get it. But if you man, if you over your household, you man enough, you can say, hey, listen, so this is what we're gonna do. You're going to be around sister so-and-so so you can learn how to cook. No, I want to know. Because you know how they be prideful. I don't need to do that. I can just, no. Take your ass over there. You're going to learn how to fry some chicken. Okay? And that's it. Problem solved. Some of y'all can't do that. Some of y'all be up against the wall, against the rail. Monster grip. Knuckle what you say? Nah. Listen, it's that real. It's that serious. It's that important that you fix it. All right. Drop that. Give me, I want that next video. Reasons why relationships don't work. It's no love. No love in the relationship. Some of y'all are literally y'all damn near become business partners. That's how y'all act towards one another. This is a business venture. All the love's been sucked dry out of the relationship. Go ahead.
Number 1, refusing compromise. All couples run into problems, but the couples who love each other find ways to compromise. They're willing to make sacrifices because they care about their partners as much as they care about themselves. So if your partner doesn't really love you, they may refuse to compromise. They won't make sacrifices because they care about themselves more than they care about you.
Hold on.
Number
Real
2.
quick, I got a question. Now, everybody, brothers, going to beat on their chest. Ah! Is there compromise in marriage, brothers? Oh, now it's yes, huh? But before it was, hell no! I'm the man! How do you compromise? Let's see who's thinking. Let's see who's simping. Ashar.
Shalom, leadership.
Shalom.
It may be certain things that you may have to do. Like you may be a type of guy that likes to chill at the house, don't want to get out, but your wife might want to do that. So you might have to compromise and, take her out sometime, stuff like that.
Okay, so you're saying as a man, you may do something that you don't necessarily want to do, but you do it to please your wife, right?
Right.
Is there something wrong with that?
No.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. The scriptures tell you that. Give me that. You looking for that? The scriptures tell you that. You got it? You go ahead and read it if you got it.
1 Corinthians chapter 7.
Here it is. You got to
verse.
wait. You got to understand, y'all. It's easy to beat on your chest. My way or the highway. Okay, you strong. You got control. Cool. But you know what takes more strength? To apply the scriptures. That's what takes the strength. You got it?
Yes, sir. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 33.
Read.
But he that is married careth for the things that are of the world.
He that's married cares for the things of the world. Read.
How he may please his wife.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes, listen, there's going to be things that you'll do that you don't necessarily care for. There'll be things that you supply that you don't necessarily want to supply, but you do it because you know what? I'm living with another human being. Listen to me, y'all. When I say with every inkling, every inch of my body, I hate Amazon.com.
You too? You too?
I hate it. But guess what? My wife got 6 kids, 1 on the way. You can't just go to, like, her getting up to go to the store. Like, come on. I understand what it's like. While I have an understanding mind where I'm like, I know I got all the stuff I got going, and I see the fruits of my house. I see how my house be. I'm like, okay, she's working. So if it's going to help and make it easier, all right, cool. I just be wanting to fight the Amazon driver every time I see her. Every time I turn around, come them damn boxes. Me and this dude know each other. We on first name basis. Matter of fact, he get out the truck, he's shaking his head like, here we go, I'm back. Yeah, right. He's saying shalom now. Shalom, bro.
Hey, D, he call you before he even get on the right? Say, hey, man, you got about 4 or 5 boxes. What do you want me to put?
What you want me to do? What you want to refuse these today, or what you want to do? But I understand that. Guess what? Going to the store 3-4 times a week. If it's easier to do Amazon and it's the same thing, cool. I just don't like how accessible it is. But I know if it makes it easier for my wife, all right, whatever, I'll eat that. Sometimes I raise hell, but you know, it is what it is. But that's compromise. Sisters, do you compromise? None of the sisters compromise over here, brothers?
When you're
They didn't say
sleepy at
nothing.
night.
They-
When you're sleepy at night.
Yeah. What'd you say, Ashar? Más o menos. Yeah. So. You damn right y'all compromise. Because that's what marriage is. And that's what you do when you love someone. I compromise for my kids. It has nothing to do with them telling me what to do. Like you feel like if you compromise, then the other person's ruling over you. No, whenever you're secure in yourself, you know that you're doing this because you love them thoughts don't come to your mind. It's only when you got security issues, brothers. It's only when you got security issues whenever you be moving like that. Now the question would be, why do you got security issues? Why they got security issues? Because you fight every time. Everything is an argument. Everything's a question. I got to question this. Why this? Why that? Now the man feels like he ain't got control over his house. So that's why you get nitpicked. That's why he being overzealous. That's why he going in on you. Because he still feels like he's still trying to gain control. But sisters, whenever you give all the control up, and that man, he is able to literally have comfort and security in knowing that his wife ain't a dragon, that his wife ain't trying to overthrow him, you get what you want, sis. You will get what you want. Just don't go back and forth with that man. But a lot of relationships suffer from this. Therefore, this is why they depart. Number 2.
Intentional spontaneity. Dates are one way to show your partner that you care. If you plan something, your partner will see the effort you've invested into the relationship, and that communicates love. A loveless partner makes no effort to plan dates or activities. They don't put effort into the relationship, so the responsibility falls on your shoulders. You do all the heavy lifting, but a one-sided relationship isn't loving or healthy.
Hold on. How many of y'all deal with that now? How many of y'all's wives be like, you don't plan nothing? You see that? We are wound a little different. They be wanting that. They be wanting you to make the reservations and you to plan that romantic night and surprise them. Knowing damn well they ain't surprised. They seen the daggone bill when it came in. They seen it online. Like, oh, he ordered flowers today. I can't wait. Till you don't get them flowers. Anyway, y'all, what's up? You good? Listen, being spontaneous is okay. This is a part of the cares of the world that you're going to have because you got a wife. Some of y'all, like I said, I'm just mainly talking to Judah. The other tribes be getting on to us, y'all. They be like, man, Judah, man, y'all all lovey-dovey and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, it reflects in our music. You know what I'm saying? Keith Sweat, your Jagged Edges, your Boys to Men's, your 112s. I get that. But we can be spontaneous at times. Why? Because that's how when somebody is looking for it, guess what? That's what you do for them. Because you want that for yourself sometimes, right? The other tribe, listen, Benji they are not romantic at all. Shout out to my brother Deacon Malachi. I ain't gonna say what he is. Everybody. He's a doctor. He is a doctor, but it ain't the doctor of love. And I'm not the doctor of love either. Let me take this back, because he said that about me. Folks was writing me, Deacon, I just had some questions about it. Wait a minute. You need to contact your nearest captain over your region. Don't be emailing me. I'm not the love doctor. Point is, it's okay to be spontaneous, because that's what keeps a marriage going. Surprise her. Do something crazy. Go out, just surprise her with dinner or something. You know what I'm saying? Have a babysitter ready or something like that. You know, just out of nowhere. Hey, go get dressed. Let's go. If you ain't got no money, do something crazy. In the room. Here it is after you get done eating breakfast or dinner, whatever the case is. Yeah, you broke. You can't go eat dinner nowhere. Ass naked in the bedroom when she come upstairs. Have some. Can't buy no roses. Get the leaves from outside. Spread them shit. Spread it. Have a whole little trail going to the. Do something.
You got a whole ant farm in your house now.
Poison ivy.
Do something spontaneous, man.
Poison ivy.
Keep it spicy. You got poison ivy. You suffering right now. Babe, this was nice, but there we got spiders now. You got to do something within your means. Make it happen. There's no excuse. I know. You know how many roses I done picked? Somebody else's roses outside. Let's be real, bro. You on the way inside, you like, man, look at that right there, boy. Them is company roses that you just picked, sir. That's off the property. Be spontaneous. Give me the next one.
Number 3, the white flag. When you and your partner fight, what happens? Does your partner give up immediately? Do they assume every fight ends in a breakup? If you're in love, you'll fight for the person you care about. You'd do anything for them because they are your number one. But if your partner doesn't love you, they'll stop fighting for you. They'll wave their white flag anytime anything goes wrong because they're not willing to persevere through hardship or conflict. In other words, fake partners love you when it's easy, and then they run away when it's not. Number 4, guarding their feelings. Does your partner keep you at arm's length? A loving partner makes an effort to be vulnerable, but a loveless partner keeps their emotions to themselves. These partners don't want to be vulnerable because they aren't interested in deepening your connection. Now, this isn't true 100% of the time. Right. Some partners seem closed off thanks to bad experiences in their past. These partners can and will be vulnerable with the person they love, but yeah, it does take time. Loveless partners, on the other hand, keep their walls up no matter how long you're together. Number 5, creating distance. All loving couples have one thing in common. They want to spend time together. If your partner doesn't love you, they'll start pulling away. You ask to spend time with them, but they're always busy. You plan a date in advance, but something comes up at the last minute. So if this sounds familiar, your partner is creating distance between you. Why? Well, because their feelings for you may be fading. Number 6, public neglect. In public, partners should be proud of each other. A loving partner adores the person they've chosen, so they want to show that person off to the rest of the world. Loveless partners will neglect you in public. Maybe they ditch you to hang out with their friends, or even worse, they may try to hide you. If your partner does either of these things, it's a surefire sign of fake love.
Hey, check this out. How many times have we literally asked brothers, hey man, where's your wife? They come to the school, new brother, he'll be here 6, 7 months. It's been a year. Ain't you married, bro? Yeah, man, but you know what I'm saying? She ain't trying to get right. And then when you finally meet her, she's like, no, he just told me about this a couple weeks ago. Bro, you been around here for months. Damn. What's going on? It'd be fake love. You're that person that's distancing themselves from you, that person that won't open up. I'm telling you, not that your husband's supposed to be this emotional freaking mush cake. Every time you turn around, he in the room crying. You kind of come in there, what's wrong? And he's just bald. No, we don't do that. That's not how we move. But there is a level of vulnerability that's going to be shown. Your wife is going to be closer to you than anybody. She's going to see a different side of you than most people is going to see. Now, as far as how much you open up is up to you, but y'all's relationship will grow closer as long as y'all are being honest with one another. And a lot of times that's going to require for you to open up about how you're feeling about something, what you're going through. It's going to require that. Not all men open up about everything. Myself personally, I keep stuff to myself. I deal with stuff, and hey, it is what it is. That's how I process things. Everybody's not the same way, okay? Give me Ephesians 5. Those are reasons why you see divorce a lot of times, right? Play this next video, then I want to read Ephesians, the 5th chapter.
I know the majority of divorces are initiated by women. Have you had men initiate divorce?
Yeah, sometimes.
What are the typical reasons that men initiate from what you've seen?
So what I've seen, so sometimes it's adultery, cheating, or she gets to, like, she's trying to take charge in the house.
Pause.
And so
Pause. So adultery is the reason why men initiate divorce. And another reason is that she's trying to do what? What does that mean? Damn. She's trying to steal your nuts, brothers. Exactly. She's trying to steal your testicles. Let me tell you something. I want y'all to look on that side of the room. Look at your wife. Every last one of them is going to try it. Do not be confused. it's in them to try to overthrow you. If you allow them, they're going to take your balls. It's going to happen. You are going to, for the entire duration of your marriage, you are going to be defending the fort. Because if you allow them, they will run over you. Now look back over there. Well, they look so sweet right now. No, not me. No. Oh, they will. So it's going to require you're going to have to remind them periodically, especially when they get up out of line or whatever it is that they get beside themselves, let them know. Sometimes it's not at the most convenient times, but if you don't want to be embarrassed, sisters, don't get out of line. Sisters be mad as hell. Why you say that in front of them? Your ass was you was in the wrong. What you mean? You won't have to worry about being embarrassed as long as you do what? What I say. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going.
Demanding things, so she doesn't have to. Like especially if she's educated, so she's got a job, and she's coming home late, and then she can't. She's too tired to.
What's the percentages, just roughly, of your experience of men initiating divorce and women initiating divorce?
The percentage. Well, I don't know the
just
exact.
off your experience, because I know what I know the percentage that Poe's got statistics, but what have you seen in your own experience?
That men initiate divorce?
Yeah.
Like roughly.
The last time we saw is around like 15%.
15%.
And yeah,
that means the statistics spot on there.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
Hold on. Y'all see that? 50. So out of all divorces, only 15% of the time, she's a lawyer. Only 15% of the time it's the man that's doing the divorce. It's mainly who? The woman. Give me Ephesians 5.
Verse 20, 21.
Again, like I said earlier, role identity crisis. Coming into this truth, they get hit with it. They get hard. They get hit real hard. Trying to find their place and see, well, what do I bring to the table then? Like, are you serious? If you got to ask yourself what you bring to the table, you're not reading this Bible. Whose grandmother got a whole bunch of kids? How many kids your grandma got, Ashar? 6? Anybody got more than 6, Seth? 8 kids? Kalaya? 9? Go ahead.
My grandmother had 16.
16 kids! Woo!
My papa had 25.
Listen. I ain't gonna say nothing about your grandma, bro. That'd be highly disrespectful. But just know grandma was throwing it back, bro.
In that nightgown.
16 in the nightgown.
In the nightgown.
Listen, at any moment, she knew how to keep a marriage happy.
In the moo-moo.
In the moo-moo?
That moo-moo.
Listen, now out of those kids, so that's grandma, right? Then those kids, let's say 16. Those kids have kids, right? Unless she gets to live to see her great-grandkids. Everybody looking at grandma, and they like, wow, all these people came out of you, grandma. You know what nobody really typically asks? What you do for a living, grandma? Because that's not the focus at that point. It's more like, dang, look at all that came from you. That's so beautiful. All these people between y'all's union, grandpa and grandma. Look at all these folks look at this family reunion right now.
Hey, Deke, so nobody was caring about the career-minded.
No.
Yeah, nobody was caring about
Nobody
none of that,
cared about your independent-ass grandma. Nobody. That wasn't the focus. That wasn't the beauty. They were like, yeah, man, she was a doctor. She was a lawyer. No, she had 16 kids, and out of those 16 kids came another 144,000 kids. Look how that worked out. That's dope. All these kids acknowledging this woman. And you sisters be sitting back thinking that the best thing that you could be is whatever your profession is, you got to be out your damn mind. You better put some respect on the order that God set up.
Hey, Deke, grandma was known for how she washed greens.
Damn. You're right. That's how my grandmother taught me how to pick the greens. My grandmother taught me how to cook this. My grandmother told me whenever the baby did it, midwifery, all that stuff came from where? Somebody's mama.
Yep.
And then our women, literally, they let the world influence them and tell them that, no, you ain't nothing unless you got this degree, that degree, and you go to school and do this, and you making this amount of money. Hell no. We ain't going to let them change us. We're not going to let them take away from your legacy, Mom. This is what God did. You gonna say something, Z?
Yeah, let me get a scripture real quick. It's Psalms 127:3. Because you're right, the world has skewed the mind of the women to think that the career that they have is what makes them a woman or makes them some type of gives them some type of status.
Right.
But the Bible tells you it's you having kids, you being a mother, you being a wife, motherhood. Watch this, read that.
Verse 3.
Verse 3, 127, verse 3.
The book of Psalm, chapter 127 and verse 3. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord.
The Bible says, it says, children are an heritage of the Lord. What did it say? To the Lord. Read on. Of the Lord. Read.
And the fruit of the womb is his reward.
The fruit of the womb is his reward. That's why ain't nobody looking at career-minded grandma. Ain't nobody looking at independent grandma. They looking at grandma that had 16 kids, and from those 16 kids came forth 100, like you said, 144 grandkids. Because the fruit of the womb is a reward from God. And that goes for all you sisters that be, I gotta have kids. Here we go. Here's another one.
Because that's the world says.
Because that's what the world
You got
tells
too many kids. You got too. Nah, you sisters with a bunch of kids, I commend you.
Right.
Because I know what's happening. I know what the hell you're going through. I know it ain't easy. I know it's a struggle every day. That is prestigious. Not that you daggone doctor so-and-so, you the supervisor of such and such. No. The prestige comes in what? Give me 1 Timothy chapter 2, 13.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 13.
Come on.
For Adam was first formed, then Eve.
Read.
And Adam was not deceived.
Adam wasn't deceived.
But the woman, being deceived, was in the transgression.
It was the woman. But watch this. Read on.
Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing.
She shall be what?
She shall be saved in
The
childbearing.
woman's going to be saved in childbearing. Here's what. Yeah, she messed up in the beginning. But she's going to be saved in childbearing. What is childbearing? Who is it? Who has the bulk of the weight when it comes to the household? Sisters. Y'all do. That's what y'all do. Y'all hold the house down so these men could go out here and do what God said to do and raise up the 12 tribes of Israel. That's the bulk of what childbearing. Your husband can trust that my wife can hold it down while I go out here and fight for our freedom. That's a heavy task, because if he couldn't trust to do that, guess what? Nah, man, I ain't gonna be able to go to camp, bro. I gotta watch these kids. Nah, I ain't gonna be able to travel and go, spread the gospel out here, man. I got, the kids got school and stuff. I gotta, run them to school. But for the woman that got held down, her husband can move around. Her husband can get out here and do this work. If we are all on the same page and the same mind, the wife knows the battle at home. You got to fight that to help fight the battle outside. Because guess who she's raising up? The future prophets. They started home with mom. It all begins there. Give me Ephesians 5. It's only when our wives don't understand their roles is when we have issues. Ephesians 5:22.
The book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 22.
Read.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord.
As unto who?
As unto the Lord.
As unto the Lord. Submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. If our women, if our wives would submit to us like they would submit to Christ, there would be no confusion regarding what needs to happen in the house. There'd be no confusion. Once the man says what needs to be done, it wouldn't be no going back and forth, because you damn sure ain't going back and forth with Christ, right? No, they show the utmost respect to Christ. And that same level of respect is supposed to be shown to their husbands. Read.
Verse 23. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church.
Come on.
And he is the savior of the body.
Savior of the body. That's how much respect you're supposed to give to your husband, sisters. But when you have a problem with your identity, when you have a problem with your role, you clash. Come on.
Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ,
Come on.
so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
In some things?
In everything.
Everything. In everything. Your mind is supposed to be after your husband's mind. The direction that he's going is the direction that you're going. You're a support system. Okay, so what we doing? All right, that's what. Oh, gotcha. This is how I'm gonna help. That doesn't mean that your opinions don't matter in regards to trying to help the situation. But once it's already been established that, hey, I got this, I need you to assist like this, that's it. It's only whenever you now have a problem with who you are and what God made you that you think that it's time for you to enforce and impose your opinion or thoughts and force the course of the river. Now watch this. Read on.
Verse 25.
Read.
Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it.
Brothers, you got to love your wife just like Christ loved the nation of Israel that he died for. Therefore, with your iffy job having ass, sometime providing ass, you got to get your stuff together. Because guess what? Christ was always on time. He was always on his job. Destroy the PlayStation, brother. The Xbox, bruh. The phone, whatever. You got to lead. If your leadership skills are lacking because of your porn addiction, because you have a problem following in line, falling in order with the rest of the brothers and what we got going here, you better evaluate yourself and see, do you really believe in this? Because God is about structure, always has been. Christ came and laid that same foundation, that same order. So if you're going to be a proficient leader, you got to get your stuff together and be an example for this side of the room. Otherwise, it's always going to be a funk. Always going to be a fight. Always going to be a thought or opinion or some opposition against you until you what? Man the hell up. Read.
Verse 26.
Come on.
That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. That he might present it to himself a glorious church.
That he might present it himself a glorious church. Read.
Not having spot or wrinkle.
Come on.
Or any such thing. But that it should be holy and without blemish.
This is what your marriage is supposed to be, a representation of what? The church. What Christ established, the relationship, how he functioned, how he moved, how he dealt with Israel is how you're supposed to deal with your wife. So the household is supposed to be a reflection of what? The church. So when things is out of order, you're not going to be a proficient leader. When things are out of order, your husband ain't going to deal with you the right way. You're not going to be happy. I'm going to tell you sisters right now, if the husband ain't happy, the house ain't happy. It's impossible. Will never happen. You have to relinquish those rights. You have to step up and take responsibility. If you don't, it's chaos. I want to play an excerpt from Bishop's class from a while back concerning marriage, because this be some of y'all. Some of y'all be trying to change the roles. Some of you brothers be literally rolling with it. Not that it's wrong for you to do certain things. I don't want y'all to get confused. But y'all in this role reversal, and you wonder why your wife why her voice so damn deep, it's because you allow it. Go ahead.
Hey, you know what? She's the type of woman, she'll go out someplace and say, when I get back, I want you to wash the dishes, do the laundry, clean the walls, by the way, put up new curtains. Are you kidding me? You ain't Mr. Mom. And there have been sisters, listen to what I'm about to say now. Women have written us and said, can my husband help me with the chores at home? And my answer is, that ain't my business. That's my second answer. My first answer is, hell no. That's my first answer. My second one is, that ain't my business. Give me the scripture in Timothy about the woman. Let her marry, bear children. You know what I want? Guide the house, that one. So, brothers, do you ask the sisters to go to camp with you and read? Do you ask the sisters to hold post for you when you getting spit on and thrown stuff at, brothers?
No.
No, you don't ask her that, but she want to ask you, share the housework with me. Sister, that's your job. All you male chauvinist niggas up there. That's what some of them is thinking, you a male chauvinist. No, sister, you're a feminist. I'm not a chauvinist at all. I'm going to give you scripture. That's all I can give you. So you're either going to go with what God says or with what the white man say. Read that for me.
Facts. Give me 1 Peter chapter 3. 1 Peter chapter 3. We're going to start at verse 1.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 1.
Come on.
Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives.
Come on.
While they behold your chaste conversation.
Chaste conversation.
Coupled with fear.
Coupled with the fear of God.
Verse 3. Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and wearing of gold or of putting on of apparel.
Imagine if all of our sisters moved in this mind frame. Because you know how many women think their husbands are idiots? Like they are not good leaders? Like he doesn't lack the mental capacity or the know-how to do this properly. But even with all those thoughts, you know you still got to do what he says. Even though you think he don't know what he's talking about or he's wrong about this, you got to ride with him till till the wheels fall off, till he runs right into that dead end. You got to ride with him. Why? Because he's your husband. You got to be that support system. You got to be helping him along the way. And when he falls on his face, he's going to hear everything that you said before. That, hey, you know this, we probably need to do this. I'm not trying to impose. I'm just saying this will probably work this way. Now he got to think back. Damn, she said, do it like this. And he may never tell you that you was right. But you'll see when he goes back and he does it the way that you said, like that, we should do it this way, then you know, yeah, he's listening. Read on.
Verse 4. But let it be the hidden man of the heart.
Imagine if our women move like that, bro. Imagine if they just, you know what, we're going to put our pride aside and we just going to let you lead. Come on.
But let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God of great price.
Read.
For after this manner, in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in God, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands.
Come on.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham.
Calling him Lord.
Calling him Lord. Read.
Whose daughters ye are.
Whose daughters you are. Y'all are descendants of her. You got to move like it. Act like it. Read.
As long as ye do well.
Come on. As long as what?
As long as ye do well.
Some of y'all ain't Sarah's daughter. They'll be acting like y'all be saying it, but they be, I'm daughters of Sarah that we're having a meeting. Some of y'all are daughters of Satan. That's how y'all be acting. Read.
And are not afraid with any amazement. Likewise, ye husbands.
Likewise, you husbands.
Dwell with them according to knowledge.
How do you dwell with your wife according to knowledge? You got to what? You have to outthink her, brothers. You have to be the head. That's what a part of being the head is. You taking control. Understanding, okay, this is how she's feeling. This is more likely how she's going to try to move. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. Always got to be ahead of her. 10 steps ahead. That's how you keep the peace. That's how you keep her to shut up. You eliminate all nonsense to where she can't complain about nothing. What you talking about? What's wrong? No, that's already done. That's taken care of. This is what you need to do. Go ahead.
Dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
As unto the weaker vessel. Somebody brought it up earlier. As unto the weaker vessel, meaning what? There's a way we deal with them. You know we can't deal with them like we deal with men, right? You realize that, right? Even in our conversation, the way that we talk, you know we don't speak the same. They don't respond like we respond to men. Wives, you need to understand that. For you will never be able to talk to your husband like an equal. You will never be able to speak to him like y'all on the same level. You are always going to talk up to your husband. Y'all understand that, right? There's a level of respect. Just like your children will never be able to speak to you like y'all equals. They always are going to have to do what? They're going to have to speak up to you. Read on.
Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
Read.
And as being heirs together of the grace of life.
Now watch this. Drop that. Give me the next verse. When this doesn't happen, this is the type of life a man will lead right here. How many of y'all remember this show right here? Al Bundy. This is some of y'all when y'all go to work. Some of y'all find peace and comfort at work. Go ahead. Paulo, I think you sent me this. Was this you? Go ahead.
Open for business.
Look at his kids watching.
Quite an advertisement for college, eh, Kel?
What do you mean? God, he hasn't moved.
$3.25 an hour. How can they afford to pay him?
Oh, wait, I think he's moving.
All aboard!
And remember when he would go home? How did he act when he got home? Some of y'all old enough to know this show. Some of y'all like, what the hell is this? What did Al do when he got home? Kalaya. He'd open a can of beer, and he didn't want to be bothered with that woman. Why? That's a depressed life. You're depressed. You find this, your happiness is at work. At work is where you get your rest. At work is where you have fun, and then when you go home, it's like, oh, here we go. Now you're getting ready for the real job. Hell no. Nobody want to live like that. No one. What are some other things that affect marriage? Yaakov.
Finances.
Finances. What else?
Kids, finances.
Why do some people separate?
Because they didn't. The proving process wasn't there.
Something else. Kalaya, what you got?
Sin.
Sin is right. Something else. I give somebody else one more try. Yakim.
They get to the point where they just can't stand each other.
Y'all all right. Yeah, everybody's right. Shar, you want to try? Why I feel like you might get it, bro. Why something's telling me you might have the answer.
Sex.
That's it. That is it. Do benevolence. Give me the next video. How did you know that, Ashar? Something was your mind. Listen, I'm telling you.
Being in a relationship where it doesn't feel like there's enough sex sounds like a trivial and somewhat comedic luxury problem, as though someone were complaining there wasn't enough tennis or yoga between a couple. But an absence of sex isn't trivial in the least. It's a humblingly serious problem, and might even be what dooms the relationship itself. One statistic stands out. In an average year in the OECD countries, 70% of those who initiated divorce cited a lack of sex as the first or second reason for parting. If there's one generalization we can make about couples, it's that a lack of sex, by which we mean something like less than 4 times a month, is an alarm bell we should listen to.
Stop. Okay. I got to do this. So he said less than 4 times a month is bad. Who agrees with that comment? He said less than 4 times a month.
That is
horrible. It's terrible. But you know what? Listen. Everybody's different. There's older people. There's people with different levels of drives. Okay. What would you consider bad? Judah.
Less than 4 is terrible, but I'd say like at least not once a week. That's bad.
At least not once a week. That's the same thing as 4 times a month.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the exact same thing.
Like less than like 3 times. You know, it'd be nice if it'd be every day. You know,
It'd be nice if it was every day.
Damn, young
Right.
blood.
Okay, but less than right, because you're all over the place right now. You said basically 4 times in a month.
Yes, sir.
So wait, so what is bad?
I would definitely say if not every other day, it's bad. It's bad.
Every other day is bad. Who agrees with him? Who disagrees with him?
I can agree with that.
You disagree, y'all freaks, nasties. Who else had their hand up? Seth, go ahead. What's bad?
Shit, never.
Never's bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
That is bad, and there's some people that's really in that situation. But this is what's ultimately what is realistic for everyone. It's what your spouse desires. That's where you have to meet them where they need to be met. Now, some of y'all have a way higher drive than your spouse. So you have to ask yourself, are you being reasonable? Because I'm surprised. I'm be honest, I've heard twice a day. They need it in the morning and they need it at night. Right. That's what they require. And they're like, that's the minimum, because it might be a couple times, you know what I'm saying, during the day. Who knows? When you young, you young. I got 6 kids, bro. I didn't get here through. Never mind. Let me not go too deep into that. Point is give me 1 Corinthians 7. Read verse 2.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7 and verse 2.
Come on.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication.
To avoid fornication.
Let every man have his own wife.
To avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife.
And let every woman have her own husband.
Her own husband, read.
Verse 3. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence.
A lot of issues come because due benevolence is not being rendered. It's not being rendered. I'm about to play a video, and it's going to hit home for some of y'all. It's going to be a real life scenario for some of y'all, right? But I want y'all to just stay focused. Charles. Okay? Charles. Stay focused, but let's be honest.
I'm honest, Ron.
Turn it up.
Lucille.
She closed her eyes.
Lucille, that's why you fucking eye you up.
What, Charles?
What?
Charles. No, no, not tonight, Charles. Maybe some other time.
Put your hand on it.
It's 3 in the morning, Charles.
Okay, ain't nobody up.
No, Charles, I'm not. No.
Lucille.
I'm not feeling on it, Charles. All you gotta do is just put it right there. I know I'm not. No.
Just put your hand like that.
Charles, I'm not doing that. I just did that last night. I'm not finna keep doing that, Charles.
Just be quiet.
I'm not playing on it, Charles. Charles, my mouth is dry. It's 3 in the morning. My mouth is dry, Charles. Come on, Charles.
It's 3 in the morning. I wake up tonight when I come. I need to see you right now.
Charles.
I really need you right now.
Not tonight.
Why not? Spit on my hand.
I'm not giving you no tonight, Charles.
I just want to scratch it a little bit.
No. It's not itching. My not even wet. You can't even pay no bills and you thinking about some.
Let me spit on it.
Charles.
Let me lick it a little bit.
No.
Alright, look.
Charles, I'm going back to bed.
I really need you right now.
Get back.
Look at it. Lucy. Look.
Charles. I'm not looking at no dick tonight.
I could break a goddamn brick wall with this motherfucker right now.
No.
You feel it? That ain't my hand.
Charles, Charles, get it off of me. Charles.
It's a caterpillar that want to come home.
Another time, Charles.
It's been 3 goddamn weeks. You said that last week.
3 weeks?
Charles.
Lucille, I'm just a lonely bird trying to get back to the cuckoo nest. Lucille, why you can be this ninja with that kitty? Come on, baby. Oh, Charles. You're so goddamn petty. What the man? Lucille. Where that jerkins at? Where the jerkins at?
Charles, it's over there by the bed. God.
Scoot over. See what you did?
He said, see what you did. Now listen. Read that again. 1 Corinthians 7. Read verse 3 again.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 in verse 3.
Some of y'all was making that face last night. Go ahead.
Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence.
Do benevolence. It's a job on both ends. The husband and the wife. No, we ain't gonna play no more. We ain't got no more time. I gotta be off here. Do benevolence. Read.
And likewise also the wife unto the husband.
It's both sides. That's gonna be the #1 destroyer. That's why these men get simple and be dealing with these other women. That's why these women get simple and be dealing with other men. Somebody's withholding. And we're not going to sit up here and pretend and act like it's all the other person's fault. Especially when it comes out that, yeah, you were withholding. Read.
Verse 4. The wife hath not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife.
Read.
Defraud ye not one the other.
Defraud ye not one the other.
Except it be with consent for a time. That ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer.
That's the only reason. Unless you sick, fasting or praying, listen, shop's supposed to be open if the spouse is wanting it. Read.
And come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinence.
Some of you sisters be sending your husband out here defenseless. Let's be honest.
All the guns in his, all the bullets in his gun.
Yeah, he got a full clip.
Fully loaded.
What? Listen, I'm being honest. Same thing, brothers. Some of you brothers is different. And your wife is out here, she's going through the same thing. But you defrauding. And then what ends up happening? The marriage gets destroyed. You hold a lot of weight. And in order to make sure that this thing functions the way it's supposed to be, everybody got to be on the same page. All right, drop that. Give me Sirach 28. I'm going to end it here. I had another video, but it's probably inappropriate anyway. Sirach 28:24.
The book of Sirach, chapter 28 and verse 24.
And get Sirach 36, but read this first.
Verse 24. Look that thou hedge thy possession about with thorns.
Hedge your possession about with thorns.
And bind up thy silver and gold. And weigh thy words in a balance. And make a door and bar for thy mouth.
Protect your possession. What are some examples of your possessions? Give me Sirach 36:25.
The book of Sirach, chapter 36 and verse 25.
Come on.
Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled.
Read.
And he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning.
Read.
Who will trust a thief well appointed, that skippeth from city to city?
Jump to 24.
Verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession.
That's the possession. Protect it, brothers. And it's through your leadership is how you protect it. It's how you deal. It's in your walk. And your sincerity in this truth is how you protect it. Because you are a walking, living example for her so that she can look on you and follow the same example. So we got to be right first. Sisters, just follow. Most High going to take care of you. All right, all praise be to the Most High God. That's all the time I got. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all stay tuned. Bishop's up next. Shalom.
out now, I'm seeing better days. Party in the hills, we gon' celebrate. Shut it down Saturday to Saturday. Dream team, champagne every day, champagne every day. Champagne.